In this video, we're going to apply the properties of angles at a point and on parallel lines. If you're revising, you can pause the video and have a go at examples 1, 2 and 3, and I'll scroll down for the rest of them as well. There's 4, 5, 6 and 7. Okay, so on the left hand side here in the pink box, we've got what a right angle is, 90 degrees. If you've got angles that are on a straight line, they'll add up to 180. If two lines intersect or cross, then the opposite angles are equal, and we call them vertically opposite. And then if you go a full turn, the angles that make up a full turn, they add up to 360 degrees. Angles in a triangle add up to 180, and angles in a quadrilateral add up to 360. Let's now look at angles on parallel lines. Alternate angles are angles that occur on opposite sides of the transversal line and are the same size. The transversal line is this one here. So another way to say that is if you've got two parallel lines, then there's sort of four angles in between the parallel lines. The ones that are on opposite sides are equal. So A and A. If here's your parallel lines, the four angles are inside. The ones on opposite sides are equal. We can often spot interior alternate angles by drawing a Z shape. So here's your Z shape, and then there's your angles. Corresponding angles. Corresponding angles occur when the transversal line crosses two parallel lines, just like before with the alternate ones, but it's the pair of angles formed on the same side of the transversal that are the same. So if you cut these two parallel lines, then the angle here and the angle here are the same size on the same side this time. One will be inside the parallel lines and one will be outside. So these here are also corresponding. And we can often spot corresponding angles by drawing an F shape. So here is your F. And it could also be back to front. So we could say that this angle is corresponding with this one, and this angle is corresponding with that one. So this would be your F shape. This would be an upside down F. You could also have a back to front F and a back to front upside down F. Co-interior angles are sometimes just called interior angles. Interior angles occur in between two parallel lines when they are intersected by a transversal. The two angles that occur on the same side of the transversal always add up to 180 degrees. So if you've got your parallel lines and your line that cuts them, the transversal, inside the parallel lines, if you're going the same side, they are not equal, but they add to 180. So if you go opposite sides, alternate, they are the same. If you go on the same sides, interior, they add to 180. If we take this one here, you've got your Z shape. So these on the opposite sides on the inside are alternate, they are equal. But if you go on the same side, they add to 180. Sometimes you would see a C shape for that. So we can often spot co-interior angles by drawing a C shape, or it could be a back to front C. Number 1, write down which pairs of angles are corresponding. So for corresponding, you're looking for an F shape. Now there's 4 potential answers here. So I'll make a mess of this diagram eventually. There's your F shape. So the angles B and H would be corresponding. And then the F could be back to front. So that would give you F and G. And it could be upside down as well, I suppose. So it could have E with D. And then we could have back to front and upside down. So to have A, C. another way to look at this, I've got this angle, if I can move it. No, I can't. Yeah, here's the angle. So here's the angle at D. And if I just slide it up, it doesn't matter where it is, it's always going to be the same size when you get to E. So that line that cuts through the parallel lines just creates loads of angles that are going to be the same size as D and E. So you can see lots of F's. There's another F you could make there, and so on, and so forth. Okay, maybe that. Hopefully that helps. That's the way I would think of corresponding angles. That the angle slides along the transversal above. So it's above this parallel line to the right, the angle is, and that's above the second parallel line to the right. Okay, what about alternate angles? Okay, alternate angles are the Z shape. Now that diagram is a bit too messy now, but we've got the Z shape here. Inside the parallel lines on opposite sides are G and D. And you can go the opposite way inside the parallel lines, but on the other side we've got H and C. And then the interior angles, similar to alternates, they're going to be inside the parallel lines, but if they're on the same side, they are interior. So H and D would add to 180. And same inside the parallel lines on the same side, G and C, they would add to 180. Okay, let's see if we can apply these to these questions. Number 2. We have to find out X. If I trace out here a Z, you can see that X would be the same size as 62. They are alternate angles. If I trace an upside down F, and move back to front as well, you can see that Y is the same as 71. It is corresponding. So Y corresponds with 71. Number 3. We have to find angle ACB. So A to C to B is this one here. Now, you could actually do this by saying angles in a triangle. There's a big triangle there, angles in the triangle at 180, take off those two. But if you just imagine sliding that angle down here, it'll be the same size, they are corresponding. So ACB, or X, is 48. BDC. B to D to C. This angle here, so it'll be alternate with this one. It'll be the same size as this one. Well, unfortunately, we don't know that one. But we do have a triangle here, so we could do 180 minus the 80 is 100, minus the 56 gives us 44 degrees. And if that's 44, then it's alternate. So this one here would also be 44. There is other ways you can do that question too, by the way. Number 5, we've got to find out X. Sometimes maybe it's best working out what can you work out very easily and very quickly. I know that this one is on a straight line, so it is 55 to make 180. I've now got a triangle here. 30 and 55 is 85. So that would make 95 to make 180. And then I know that I have to use these parallel lines at some stage. So what you could see there is I've got this sort of F shape. So these two angles are corresponding. So that means that X is 95 degrees. Number 6. Again, like the last question, it might just work out whatever you can, first of all. This angle here is vertically opposite the 68. So that angle will also be 68. And then we have another case of corresponding. So there's sort of F shape there. 68 and the E are the same size. So we get 68 degrees. Now, angles in a triangle add to 180. We've got a wee small triangle here. So if you do 180 minus your 68 minus your 17, you get 95 degrees. So this one's 95. Angles, well, there's lots of different ways you can do this. I'll just try and go a bit quicker with this method. It's a quicker, maybe harder to see, but quicker. You've got another sort of F shape here. So that 95 corresponds with this one. So it's 95 as well. And then F is vertically opposite the 95 that we just found out. So F is also 95 degrees. Didn't actually need to do all that. I could have maybe as well seen this big triangle. 17 and 68 means this one's 95. Instead of looking at the small triangle, look at the big triangle. 95, and that's vertically opposite, so it's also 95. Okay, 120 degrees for this one. And then they're on a straight line, so this one would be 60. We've got this, it's not really F-shape, could have called that, but we've got corresponding. This angle here slides up to here, so that would also be 60 degrees. And then we've got angles inside a triangle. They add to 180. So A would be 180 minus the 60 minus the 55, which is 65 degrees. Again, there's lots of other ways you could do that question. You could say that 120 here corresponds with 120 here, which means this one's 60. And then again, use angles in a triangle. Or you could do that this one here is 55, it corresponds down here. 55, 60, look at the big triangle. Again, still give you the same calculations. So lots of different ways you can do those questions, but hopefully that was of some use.